There we go. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. We're doing another stream with Appellate Justice, Ace Attorney. So the plan is to be a bit of a shorter stream today. Probably like 3-4 hours maybe. I don't think that might be enough time to get through the case, but I doubt it. But we should be able to make some good progress at least. Yeah. I'm going to continue to attempt to do voices. I make no guarantees they're going to be any good, but you know, at least try. So yeah, why don't we get into it? See if I can remember what voice I gave Apollo. So yeah, from this point out, I don't really know anything about the story or the what you call it, answers to the cases. So this will be purely blind reaction. Oh, showing off the DS's 3D graphics again, I see. Two months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it. I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Here being the legendary Right and Kill law offices. Okay, Justice. Time to stop trembling. Ah! You must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? Oh god, what was I? Hello there, you found the right place. Welcome. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin? What? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending? Defending! An unusual talent, but it'll do. A little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me, defend. Just give it all you got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I just can't defend here. First lesson. A professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. We're not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? I can't do it, man. Huh? The Right and Kill law offices, right? Oh. I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I called from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again? What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to Wright Talent Agency, where you're always welcome. Come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. Okay, flying back. The trial, that girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy, right. Here, come and check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Oh, we actually... Talk, examine, present, move. Okay. It's in the court record. So she's 15. He's 33. 18. Yeah, so obviously adopted daughter. I mean, yeah, probably. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows. Paid, too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Oh, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. So you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter. That's right, after Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy. Get it? No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old's Mr. Wright? Daddy? Well, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. About Mr. Wright getting a law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Eh? You know about that. Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get the chance. Daddy, right. That reminds me about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. Hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest till he gets better. What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Right, well, I'll be going now. And, give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you. It's a lot of DVDs, huh? This is Mr. Wright's hospital. Visitors are you, huh? Yeah, are you the doctor? Yep. Dr. Heckfield's the name. Good morning, Doctor. Oh, hiya, Tracy. Cute as ever. Is this Daddy's room? Oh, yeah. Except gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. Did she just say she's like 13 or something? 15? How are you, Miss Tracy? Got any places you'd like examined? Ugh. Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't the Daddy-O, the cutest little thing in town. Guess I'll be off then. Later, Tracy. Oh, an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. That's pretty good for being in the hospital. So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You had a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He really is as lucky as they say. Yeah, Phoenix, like, nearly dies / gets in incredibly deadly situations for a normal person so many times throughout this series. It's not even funny. This morning's tea is a berry tea. It's very nice. Something that, well, just isn't set right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Tracy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. She'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Tracy. Ah ha ha, my foot. I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Tracy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's genius. Tee-hee. Aw, Daddy. I don't like that voice clips now exist in the internet. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So why did you contact me? What could the Wright Talent Agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here in the office. Big? I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Daddy. How are we gonna pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. One of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again. I can't. No, I can't. I only just made friends. How can you do this to me? To us. Polly. No, they didn't. Huh? What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how would you come to work for us? We got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say. Get him, Daddy! Hook, line, and sinker. Aha, now it's time to reel him in. It's official, I'm scared. Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yes. Here, take a look at this map and I'll explain. Last night I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine pasta joint Aldentes? Oh, Aldentes, okay. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying next to the telephone pole and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell a story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Found the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Whoa, hold on a second. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. And you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It's just a joke. Huh? Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Even ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. Sounds like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. Ooh, 2 messages back to back. I guess because one of them was restricted. It's the same person? Yeah. So he's gonna make me investigate this after all. Okay, let's do our investigations. Wackadoo, are we defending? Oh yeah, that's very nice tea. Hey, how long are you making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Huh. What kind of voice do I give him? Can't really do an old man voice. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your pops had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. Is this our client? Hey, so that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes. The name's Apollo. Look at him here. Look at him there, arms all crossed-like, ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? Boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry, I'm your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed. My keep's been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know Mr. Aldo from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. You knew these parts? Not really. You know the best noodles in town, Eldon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trucy doll. This guy's Mr. Eldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldoon. Anything for you, Trucy doll. So we run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldoon. Guy Eldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. What's the pun? Guy Eldoon? Yeah, I get the pun. Secrets in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for a year and a half. Oh, that's not long, really. Family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectations to carry on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. It's a pretty old noodle. I, a fool what I was, pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh. No denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So it was like destiny you became what you were. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisting noodles of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. Last year, I started my noodle stand. 15th generation of Eldoon's noodles. So tell me more about Eldoon's noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt. No, I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pop's stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry, I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl about now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand. Gone. Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. You're just trying to butter me up now. This is turning to like a southern accent. I don't know where this is going. That sounds more like blues in the whistle. Closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep, my castle. Oh! Maybe some bum carted it off. Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without the stand, I'm finished. Oh, my noodle bowls are in there too. It's the saddest thing I've heard all day. You know what? Anyhow, that's the deal. Good luck. Good... Huh? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty 2 bowls kill a man. Then I really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make. Things certainly have taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Oh, that wasn't... Oh, never mind. Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you about, too, Apollo. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Ah, listen to the lady's problems now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieves and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my... Okay. Okay. So they, stole your, my panties, yes. Ugh, God, I hate that word. Right. Panties. Crying shame that is, Trucy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I hung my panties out the window there to dry. Then a thief came and took them. My favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. Again, she's 15, guys. Oh, that was certainly brave of you. No, go. Back. But I lost him. With all those panties, I don't know what I'll do. Crying shame, yep. Oh, at least the scene of the crying's convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. You hop out Trucy Doll here too, you hear? Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday. Now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. We're in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list. Phoenix Wright, Daddy's hit and run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's gonna pay us for this again? And the second item, Mr. Aldoon's request to find his stolen sand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. Last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. That bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly, to the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How can I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. Guess we might as well get started. Let's see. Hit and run, stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. So where do we got? The clinic, the accident scene, the stand theft. I guess probably go in the order the game mentions them. Probably figure something out there. This is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car. According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? A husky voice. I don't know if I can do that. Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I sweating suddenly? That's quite a house you got there. You must have a lot of money. Oh, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaki family mansion, little girl. You, get with the hair. You want something? No, not a thing. Bye. Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. Why don't she know something? But the Kitaki family. They're the biggest organized crime syndicate in the town. If you're gonna ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Ah, right. Yay, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. Does she know no fear? I'm Plum Kitaki, wife of the 4th head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo, Justice Attorney at Law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. Oh? What is up with this woman trying to jump the fence? Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. Bet she has a story, you know? Something about her. Too bad she seems a bit in a rush. Can we acknowledge this? I think there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a bit more interested in the park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, miss, stay out of the park. You got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No, move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play somewhere else? We're not kids, and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Oh, is this? Something wrong? Detective Sky. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. I am a detective. Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are. Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Why don't you kids run along and play somewhere else? Look, we're not... Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydroxyacetyldostrace? Celulodostrace. Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out the riffraff, if you would. Yes, ma'am. Grr, how are we gonna get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yes, that nice woman. Oh, fancy. Wait, where is she? I guess we gotta examine something? Wow, what a big house! And the gate is so big. The Kataki family is pretty big around these parts. I like the fox. It's so cute. Oh, that's our family crest from the old country. Your family crest? We're clever as a fox. Our teeth are as sharp. Sounds like a motto. You need a crest too, Apollo. Ooh, how about the Scales of Justice or Lunar Lander? I'll pass, thanks. There's paint splashed all over the gate. What a mess. Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit my daddy? That's right. And I'm left to clean up the mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you? Of course, then you can make them clean up their own mess. Ah, you're cute. Naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess. Ooh, I wish I could say cool things like that. I bet you do. I laughed if my teeth weren't chattering so hard. Yeah, I already did this. Anything else? Brightly painted dragon. Why do I get the feeling he's glaring at me? Those paints must have been reused. Those paints must have been to repaint this wall. That's right. I called an artist to do the job right. He's the third so far. The third? The first spilled paint all over the entrance here. The second on my kimono. So I... No, don't tell me. It's better that I don't know. Okay. Little Plum. That's a really cute name for someone, so... Yes. Whoa. What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? Huh? That seems a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Gangs? Oh, that means you're bad guys. Trucy, through me, please. I'm begging you here. The bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm going to need some warm tea after this. It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that the business is in a slump? Let's not ask about the business if we can help it, please. So there's supposedly a car accident here last night. Last night. Of course you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away. That's my daddy. I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since this morning. Bah! Cleaning up this paint. Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise and found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue? You're my husband. You've my husband. You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We were in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon's glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please, go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff loyal boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh, yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago... huh? Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. So, what happened at your house? Bloomers, last night. I got a bad feeling about this. Me, little Plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher. What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen. Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy and Miss Kitaki's panties having so much in common. Really? Really, Apollo? I know. We'll find your bloomers too. Great. Show me what you're made of. What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? Oh, here's Girly. What's her deal? My girlfriend before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, Mother. She's a Kataki, too? Miss! Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency? Anything Agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our offices. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Okay, I think we've done everything here. So let's move on to the next place. Very curious who our client's gonna end up being. It's gonna be the girl. So, what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I can see pieces of evidence lying on the ground already. Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? In this place? A hospital? There's a sign. There's a sign. Marikitis Clinic? Oh, that's where the thief went. The thief? The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car. Is he here to find my panties? I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. There you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. Let's talk to him. So your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was that? Passed down from father to son. That stand's seen its share of salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say. But his high blood pressure does too. So your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was stolen. Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost these wobbly wheels, my salt crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time you bought a new one anyway? Any more details you could give me about the stand? You bet, sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m. I reckon. Guess he's not aiming for the late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, then I went inside. When you noticed it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. That many people eat noodles for breakfast? It's washed up on the salty shores of rumination. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being. They took everything? All my soup stocks, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. At least the last one bowl. Look, they're on the ground. If you don't find that stand today, I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling my bowl, my last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. That's it. That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to. It's a crying shame, that is. They have to steal, making my loincloth not some pretty girl's panties. That's right. The garage, right. You don't think that's the thief that's there, do you? Wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity here? Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly. Okay. That doorway sure is sparkly. The Mirakitis Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. Must be quite profitable. Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today. Is the garage I need to examine? I understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe they're tax evaders. Ah, sorry, miss. Not going to the clinic today. Something happened? Oh, no. Nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? Need a little more info on this Marakitas Clinic. We can ask Mr. Aladoon. He's their neighbor after all. And we should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? God damn, I wanna scroll the screen. Okay, there we go. Do I get a new... Okay, I do get a new conversation topic. Hey, do you think something happened next door? There's a police car out front. Probably gave some food poisoning, I bet. Anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning. A police car got here this morning, actually. Asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me. The neighbor. Well, I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. Feh. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. Well, I feel like it's kind of relevant. Oh. And let's get back in. Okay, and the garage. Oh, well, I think we found the car that hit Phoenix. This is the place. This is where that panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues. Clues of the panty snatching. Clues, like a pair of panties. Trucy? Did you try not saying panties so many times? There's a few things that stick out to me. For one, this. There's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. Okay, well, there's that. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath its tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. What if it belongs to the doctor here? We should bring it to him later. What is this? That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Apparently there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving this case. Wow! I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car. I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's got to have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey! There's something in there. What? Wait a second. Are these... Ah! My panties! What? Already? Oh, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really. Don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. What are those? My little panties of... No. Gonna put them on? Now? Watch closely now. See? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da! Whoa, where'd that come from? That bulb in your panties. Our panties are in extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks. Magic panties. I love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those you mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner. Well, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? You still have to catch this sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade. Oh, right. This thing tells me we're not finished searching this garage anyway. So, got that. Hey, look at that! The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? A clue? Let's see. Don't think I am. Not that I can think of. No, then what are you smiling about? Oh, I wasn't smiling. It was the dust in here. Thought I was going to sneeze. Well, don't make faces like that. Or it's so misleading then. I know yawns are contagious with sneezes. Well, I'm sure there's gotta be a clue somewhere. Let's keep checking things out. That's the thing, I don't have any... Because I don't have anything I can show with the mirror. Because I'm pretty sure what we're trying to prove is this is the car that hit Phoenix. It's just that I have to find a clue somewhere saying, like, oh, you know, this is the car that actually hit him. What's with the cat? Hey, kitty cat. Here, kitty kitty. It's not coming down. We do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. Do appreciate Apollo being a bit sassy. Okay, yeah. So obviously I need to find some way to prove that this was the car that hit Phoenix. So let's try to see if there's anything new back at the mansion. No, oh, wait a minute. That looks like a mirror. There's a big trash can on the way to the park. I guess we could check it out. Detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney, actually, huh? 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go in a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think... I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, and you took it off its mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which one do you want to take? The mirror. Okay, now we can go back to the garage. You know, I kind of like this, though, adding it so you have to present evidence in order to make a connection between two objects instead of it just automatically happening. So that way you can't just randomly click, like you have to actually know what you're trying to say when you do something. I don't know, it makes the investigation segments a bit more engaging. Okay, now we can click on this. Now I can show the evidence. I think I do just have the clue you've got in mind. My clue is this. Whoa, it's the same color and size and everything. A perfect match. Well, looks like we just solved a case. So the car that hit Daddy last night is sitting right in front of us, yep. Wow, you put a pro in professional, Apollo. Gee, thanks, Tracy. Apollo! Huh? What is it? Now that we solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him. Okay. Doesn't seem the type to mope, though. This is hardly a case worth reporting. That's the word you're looking for. Okay. I gotta go to the agency first, and I can go to the hospital. There's a little piano and a little grape juice bottle. I just noticed that. That's cute. Huh? Mr. Wright's gone. Maybe he's gone for an examination. Probably be back soon. Let's wait. I think it might take some time. Daddy always loves his examinations. Don't ask Justice. He don't want to know. Why don't we come back later? Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm curious what he has to say about this. A bottle of Mr. Wright's favorite brand of grape juice. After that trial, I'll never drink grape juice again. Including not a problem for Mr. Wright, however. Where to? Just go back and see if anything's changed. Anything new I can talk? No, nothing new. Anything I can present her? I guess I could see if this is her phone. Look at this cute little watch strap. I want one. It's kind of odd, though. What is? I mean, if you want to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself. Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo. Thanks. Finally, some respect. So what does that tell you? Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details, for one. They did drop their phone, after all. I figured they were a little spacey already. Oh, good point. Let's try presenting. Oh. Can I? No, I can't present her with anything. Okay. So, oh, I have to press the present button. That would help. Sorry, kid. I've got no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, well, it's worth checking. Okay, so what does the game want me to pick up on that I am missing? You know, I wonder. Look, it's a folding ladder. Polly, that's called a step ladder. Come on. Oh boy, step ladder. Okay, here we go. A step ladder? How's that different from a regular ladder then? It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together. So you admit it's basically a ladder, right? Wait, huh? You have to look past the form, at the essence of the thing. Can we talk about something else? I'm pretty sure there's probably a step ladder versus ladder achievement. They like to put them in the game, so. to be something I'm missing. I'm pretty sure that's not that. Well, time to examine everything, see how it works. Eek! Someone's there! Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton. Just a human skeleton? And painted gold? There's a mannequin hand waving at us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? It screams something, that's for sure. Yeah, because I don't think I can... Okay, so let's, just start examining until something happens. Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey, that there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's noodles. That bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty sure it's just gonna taste like some noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Just get it back from me, Sonny boy. I'm begging you. Okay, well, it gave me something. Oh, I wonder if that's what I needed. This house, well, it's old. It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character, though. Just like my soup. I always thought character was a positive thing. Okay, maybe now I can, talk to Phoenix? Because I might just need the bowl. Yeah, I just need the bowl. Okay. Yeah, how goes it? Daddy, how do you feel? Not bad, Tracy. Not bad. It's good to have you youngins on the case. Let's old Daddy get some well-deserved R&R. The elderly need their rest. Isn't he only 33? We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable. Tell me what you found out, if you want to. Your enthusiasm's overwhelming. Well, certainly didn't expect you back this early. Polly's amazing. Got my panties so quickly. It's almost like he was the one who stole them. You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently it was a doctor from the Marikitas clinic. Marikitas, huh? I've heard of him. Something good, mind you. That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened? What is this Marikitas clinic anyway? Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Who's this? All I've heard are the rumors. The clinic's been making good money, in a bad way. Bad? Ties to organized crime, Kentucky family. The Kitaki family? He did that on purpose. Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see? They use the Marikitas clinic for their patch-up jobs. Interesting. Looked like something had happened in that park. Ah, a body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead? It's not our concern, in any case. Right, let's ignore that and find the noodle stand. Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Thanks. Really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to this Marikitas place. Maybe I'll hit him up for some reparations. Legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid. You solved the case of your accident, and I'm found a missing article of clothing. My panties! That leaves the noodle stand. Feel free to drop in if you ever get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono. Right. Back to the office to plan our next move. I do kind of enjoy the running thread in this series that despite being a lawyer, Phoenix is chronically having money troubles. Hello. You're the woman from the Kitaki place. Yes. I knew it. Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Telia. Alita Tyla? Alita Tyla, I'm gonna go with. I have a request. Your request? Let me guess. Something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought... What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you can tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand? Or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you could call him. Fiancé? What happened to him then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park? What happened? I haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park, near the Kitaki mansion. There's a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol, but I heard the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested for this. What sort of person is your fiancé? So, what's your story? You frequent the Kitaki mansion, right? Are you a member of their, organization? No, not yet. Not yet? You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. The boss's son, so he's a gangster. Yes, but the Kitakis are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live the good gangster life. Okay. Is she gonna secretly be the murderer? I think you're onto something. Mrs. Kitaki, I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. Your fiancé is the Kitaki. Your fiancé is the Kitaki's family's only son, correct? His name is Waki Kitaki. I brought a photo. Well, that's quite the photo. I know, he can be powerful and menacing, but it's so cute. If he's the boss's only son, yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm boss already, with this agency. Please help my Waki, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Okay, question. So, the Kitakis are a known, powerful gangster family, right? How do they not have, like, lawyers on staff that they just pay to be their lawyers to defend them when they get into legal trouble. Because, like, they have to. It'll probably get explained. Polly, you look as happy as a clam in its shell. For a lawyer, this is it. The place where the battle begins. Ahem, you need something? Ah, yes, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Walkie-Talkie. Sorry, he's in questioning right now. Could take a while. Drat! Oh well. Guess we'll have to come back later then. So much for that battle. I wonder if this is her phone. Might as well ask her. I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry. No, it's me who's sorry. Sorry. Okay. Is it gonna be Walkie's phone? Oh, that'd be funny. So I guess we can go... A motorcycle, huh? So this is it, my first murder crime scene. Ah, you kids. Oh, not Trucy. Ah, you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're investigating. Aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of, huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tyla must have used this Kitaki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Ah, it's him. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? Do I give him this brother's voice? I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. This is the first time I felt this way with a man. Oh, good lord, Ace Attorney. It knows what it's doing. Mr. Gavin? Is that a German word or something? I don't know how to pronounce that. What is a sweet morsel like you doing such a dismal place? Can I help? Dude, she's 15. Yes, the policeman officer fellow won't let us in. You have a letter of request. Must be exhausted, standing out here. I'll take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Ah, very well. This way. Word I have no idea how to begin pronouncing. Hey, what about me? On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind. Frolene? I'll be writing on it. I don't know, he's giving me smug vibes, but smug in a fun way. What's that? Eek! Apollo, look, a corpse. What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, sure got me. Ahem, might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? Oh, it's you. How do you kids get in here? Oh, Oh, this guy, well, he was really more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glimmerous fop always getting in my way. Anyway, the scene is off limits. Excuse me, we have a letter of request. A moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alita Tyla. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out. So what's up with the mannequin there? Taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of the crime scene. So no Gumshoe, huh? That sucks. I like Gumshoe. He's a fun character. Let's see how Emma does. She doesn't seem happy about that. She doesn't seem happy about many things. I trust you know to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. Detective Skye? Quiet, please. It's snack time. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years, and they won't give me the position I requested. Then I hear he gave up the attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney. Detective Skye? Quiet, please. It's snack time. Oh god, this again? Yeah, we get it. Hurry up. Okay, so anything I ask her is going to end up like that. So I'm assuming we have to get something from Phoenix saying that we're working with him. Hey there, not messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Apollo, look, that stand. It's a Zelk dune. I've noticed. Well, we solved the case of the missing stand at least. Well, the circumstances could stand to be better. What's this? Okay, so... investigations are to be carried out by professionals scientifically. Gosh, she's such a bitch. She's not gonna let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo! My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. Try to check out what we came here to find, at least. What is it we came here to find? Well, we can tell the old man, at least, that, found a stand. Oh, Mr. Aldoon. Hello? Looks like you left. We found a stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Ah, what a bummer. Okay. Let's check with the hospital, I guess? See if he'll give us something so Emma will leave us the fuck alone. Ah, you're back. Run into some problems? Ah, Polly didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Who? Me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem. No problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? given up at the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. So what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Aldune's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. I mean, you don't know what the murder weapon was. That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyways? A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. Can you write us a note or she'll leave us alone? So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. I'd make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh wait, maybe you know that other guy too. That other guy? That shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Paulo, tell me about this prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? I guess he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances, after a fashion. I think his name was Clavier? Clavier? I can't remember how I heard it pronounced. I'm just gonna go with Clavier until I can hear otherwise. Clavier Gavin, rock and roll god incarnate. Clavier? A lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. What was he doing out there? I have a feeling he'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, the detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it there. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Top hat, I think he said. This must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Oh! You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. It's getting more and more suspicious. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what happened. She's sure to know what this white powder is. Is Apollo seriously considering the fact that Phoenix just told him to bring drugs to the detective? Because that is what I'm understanding the implication here, is that's what he thinks is going on. And honestly, I'm kind of loving it if that's what he thinks is going on. Firm in the tradition of the protagonists of these games being a bit what's the word? Not always thinking things through the most. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is this... Oh, what was the voice I gave her? Ah, this... Is that... It couldn't. Where'd you get that? I bought it from the office. You work at the writing club offices, yes? Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky! How do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry. Who did you just say you were? Tracy Wright.
Oh
Phoenix.
God, why is there anime? There's always anime.
Tracy Wright. Phoenix Wright's daughter. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, I guess this technically counts as anime. Well, they didn't make an anime of this game. They made an anime of the first set of games. I'm trying, okay? Because, like, this game is 99% dialogue on screen. Try to make it a bit more entertaining. Don't try. So mean. Still gonna read it out. Because otherwise it'll be long stretches of just music. Where are they currently in the game? They're at a park right now. That's currently a murder scene. Where was I? What? Mr. Wright has a daughter. He seems shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, and I'm available to help you in any way I can. I mean, it's just kind of the aesthetic of the game. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories. Have you never seen, the Phoenix Wright games before? Because they kind of just all look like this. Yeah, I've watched some Ghibli movies before. Howl's Moving Castle. I watched that. I enjoyed that. That was really good. I think I've seen another one, but I can't remember the name. If you find any evidence of fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Okay, now I can actually examine the crime scene. Yeah, so the, one of the movie theaters around me, actually, they'll sometimes, play the Ghibli movies, as like a sort of feature thing. And I've been wanting to go to one of them, just sort of, because I feel like that'd be fun. Have I ever been to California? No, I have not been. No. No, I haven't been to California. Furthest west I've been is Nevada. It's a knife. A shift, to be precise. Ooh, lingo. How is California? Well, my brother-in-law is actually from there. It's different all around, because, like, you have to understand California is a really big state. So depending on where you live, it could be completely different. And I've only ever heard, like, him talk about it very briefly before. But he seemed to enjoy living there. Talked about how nice the weather was. He enjoyed being able to go surfing, too. I do remember him talking about that. I'm pretty sure that was him. yeah, you know. The only bad part really about California is the wildfires. Ugh, I'm glad I don't live in a state where that happens. Because, like, you know, I can handle massive snow emergencies, but wildfires, ugh. Well, make sure you do your research. Yeah, where I live, it snows every year. Actually, it's probably sometime within the next, we're in September? So it'll probably start snowing sometime around December. Maybe November? But usually we get most of our snow in, like, January, February, March. I have built snowmen before, yes. Especially when I was younger. There was one year we got such a bad snowstorm that school was closed for a week. We lost power for a week. Everything was just shut down because it was such a bad storm. There was just so much snow on the ground. No. Just use rocks. And sticks. Whatever we could find outside. See, the best thing to do with snow is you get to go tubing. Which is basically, you take like a big inflatable tube, almost like when you put in the water, but much bigger. So you're able to like comfortably sit on it, and there's handles, and you go down a giant snow hill. And it's so much fun. Well, you know, you could just take a sled down too. That's fun too. Well, the good thing about tubing is usually there's dedicated hills for it, so you don't have to just go find a random hill somewhere and hope you don't crash into the woods. That is the only problem with sledding, is the crashing into the woods. Okay. The defendant, Waki Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on the shiv. A handprint? There must be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Okay. Right, first choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint. Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots. That's right, pick one you want to analyze. Probably this one, right? Right, let's get detecting. Oh, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. Press the space like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on and blow it off. Blow! It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use R and... Wow, amazing. It's like magic. Heh, isn't it though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. So it's funny because these games are originally released on the DS. And what you do with these sections is you touch the DS screen and you'd have to blow into the microphone in order to do this. Like, there was no on-screen buttons. Because they had brought this mechanic to the original trilogy. And so the problem is that if you were, let's say, emulating it, you had to figure out how to emulate blowing on the DS mic. in order to get past these sections. And I remember the original trilogy, I had so much trouble trying to figure out how to do that. But Nintendo really did like its gimmicks on the DS. Next, to match the print. The police office has samples so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to. Doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. Probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Oh, R, okay. So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science is my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. Okay, let's look through the rest of this, see what's going on. This is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's gonna be a little weird telling him, what with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right. Congrats, Apollo. And it leaves us with one that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. There's gotta be a good clue or 2 around here. Oh, what about the thing sticking out of the trash can? Isn't that something? You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look! Another... God. Okay, so they changed the word. Look, another pair of underwear? Wow, Apollo, you're... I don't like saying this word online. You're a genius at finding underwear. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? The amount of times I had to fucking say that word in the past... How long have we gone? Hour and a half. This mannequin's dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What, you think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah. Taking care of business. Little plum Kitaki style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. You know, I do love the bad pun names in this game. So it always makes me sad whenever I see someone's name and I can't get the pun right away. Because some of them, you just like, you look at them or you say them and it's like, oh, okay, I get what they're going for. But other times it's like, what are they going with? Blue tarps have been placed around the ground around the stand. Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those. Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess the police put these tarps here after all. I guess we should talk to Emma. Was her name always spelled E-M-A? I guess it was. The report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Unless you're a cop. Or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Paul Mirakites. Maractus? I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Maractus. dealing with Maractus. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is... Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks. What sort of person was the victim, anyway? I mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor. Sorry to see a connection here. Who? Me? I'm just a supervisor for the crime scene. Detective Sky, huh? I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Oh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. When I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensic expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. She's been out of the country for a while. She probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current, state of affairs. Can you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he certainly is throwing his weight around. Violently, in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You're a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Actually, yes I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? The witness called the police. He'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Can you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's a physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car is parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here. That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. Might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry. It's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. I have to go here, I think? Yeah. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. Father's talking in the private room with him. Father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die you. You're the one on your way out, old. Ah, they're here. Okay. Well, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? Yuwaki's lawyer. Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family. Capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand it to make it. You'll learn, though. even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the Clink. I like it here. You must be Walkie. A G is not a G till he does hard time. Bizoy. Okay. You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change. Silence. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Huh, you can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me? I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. So we're gonna have an incredibly hostile client, huh? That'll be fun. Also, I like the design of his hair. Kind of makes it look like he has fox ears. It's cute. I like that. So much for talking to our client. We made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I have fun, at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for this trial? Oh, I almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out. Tracy is supposed to be 15. I don't know how I feel about her. Oh, did I go to the main menu? Oh, shit. Yeah, let's continue. Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said, as long as you're there, Trucy. Yes, fine, we'll be fine. Here comes Justice. Started my voice training at 5 this morning. Ooh, do some now. I want to see. Here. Huh? Okay. Ahem. My name is Apollo Justice, now I'm fine. It sounds more like self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Ah, good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with that guilty verdict, G, see if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow, you know what I'm saying. Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. You've absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like we've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. Trial's starting, I still haven't had a real talk with my client. So it looks like the whole sort of deal with this trial is going to be that our client is incredibly hostile. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, her judge. You look German or something? Is that what his whole deal is? Nah. It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say. Yeah, he's German, okay. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, Joe. I see, to be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, her judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, Joe. How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two. So I don't know much about, I don't know if it's Clavier or Clavier, however you pronounce his name. I don't know much about him, actually. So I'm very interested to see what his personality is like. Because usually these games get the prosecutors really, really well. Like, they're all a lot of fun. Insane, but a lot of fun. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. There's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge. Not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Achtung, baby? Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up. Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Paul Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was the doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe. You will only find that out by asking the defendant, right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you're to glare at anyone in her justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Nine. Not yet. First, there's a little matter to be cleared up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of Maractus Clinic? Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? What is right? I always say that on stage. You should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly? Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you son are the defendant. Walkie, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kataki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. You got to hand it to him, Walkie. He sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Well, here we go. I'll tell you one thing. That doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. Then he just let me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I go in, get another doctor patch me up again. That was the day I done figured out. No OG's gotta let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? You're saying that you were one of the victim's patients. A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it on real in the street. So that. I'll tell you one thing, that doc was whack. This came out in like 2007, right? Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Okay. So what do I have in the court record? So still have the cell phone. Okay. Time of death, 10 p.m. Cause of death, single bullet to right temple. Currency bearing Walkie's prints. Okay. Ugh, this sounds bad right from the get-go. Well, there won't be any get-go if we don't get some information. Right, first gather the facts. Time enough for despair later. Well, start pressing, I guess. So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the rivals, not rivals, rivaless family. That's when I pulled a jack move and ran into an ambush. She busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting and ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time by yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there. Apparently he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart and he's still alive. I can catch a bullet between my teeth, but never learned how to catch them with my heart. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper, you know what I'm saying? Would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. So as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. What does that mean? What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though her doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a better G than me. So this bullet is still... You know it. I can still feel it. If I had a nickel for every time an Ace Attorney character had a rather convoluted reason for having a bullet still in their body after they'd been shot multiple years ago, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird this has happened twice in the series. You know what? I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit signals. Well, it sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word J-Man, no accident, that... just... God. It seems there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Waki, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up Apollo, back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family health checkup? Was the wackest thing of all. All SGs lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away. Bizoy? I've legitimately never heard that outside of this game. A relief to hear. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, her Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way, that's whack. There's proof. Your checkup report. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We had enough of the warm-up act, Ja. Time to hear from the witness. Waki sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Huh. So, will you tell us your name and occupation? My name is Weasley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to some labor that profits society at large and supports the livelihood, under which the definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge that the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation, and once we have accepted this reality, we see our confusion is not gestalt per se, but derives instead from the vagueness inherent in all representations of thought. Ooh. Which he means to say that he's a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Little curiosity for all things, I spend my day in pursuit of my truth, honing my... Her stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask quite simplistically, but oh, good lord. There'll be quite a few of these, huh? That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping. When I saw them, one man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him before somewhere. So, like, I know at some point we're going to point out that, okay, so fingerprints were wiped. There was 2 rounds fired. So why didn't he notice, the shit, like, this is gonna come up at some point. Seems pretty confident in his testimony. We make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it. Right. Better give that testimony another listen. So the things that are immediately sticking out to me are the shiv and the fact that there were 2 rounds fired from the gun. So, but I don't know when I'm going to need to present those things. Okay, okay. Are you absolutely certain only 1 shot was fired? Yes, of course it was 1 shot. Why do you ask? Aha, contradiction, finally. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. Good eyes, Her Justice. Cool, real cool. You really think so? Yet there is no reason why the other shot had to be fired that night. Meaning? This pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, Ja. I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night, during perhaps another altercation. Is it going to turn out that the second shot it came from, or the first shot, was the shot that hit Kitaki or whatever, or some shit like that? Like, is this what this is gonna turn into? Well, we'll see. Oh, he's got a point. Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had the answer ready before you even spotted the problem. Seems pretty confident in his testimony. Yeah. Alright, read this. Let's see, who was who? Were these men talking by any chance? Ah, now that you mention it, they were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, you lied to me. Oh, and I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine, pal. Just as their defendant claims, I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. If that's the case, then this is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like he heard them clearly enough to me. Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear on my diploma. What's the difference? And this other man, who was he? How can you be sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. You know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes. And this relates to your testimony how? I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact. Ishir is confident. He seems to be telling the truth, too. Ugh. Do I present the knife to this, maybe? I'll press it first and see where that gets me. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one you just submitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say. Huh? Yeah, I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to the insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider that the pistol that's called Object A was indeed shrouded in darkness, it becomes difficult to say whether certainty Object A was indeed Object A. I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly. My badge for a normal witness. It's the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raises his weapon. Just trying to make sure. Bullet to the right temple. Square in the fore, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. And present the knife to the statement about the gun. Because why didn't he see him hold? He should have been holding a knife because the knife has fingerprints on it. Can we do science on the gun? No, we cannot do science on the gun. Okay. So... Okay, yeah. That's not right. See, the quick little cheat is if the music doesn't stop, you've messed up. I'm gonna press this, and we'll just try pressing this. Going home from shopping, you say. Why go through the park? Ah, fascinating inquiry. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. At that time, I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to complete one such set. Ergo, the time to complete 2 is on average 6 minutes, 48 seconds. However, in the case that the question are verbal... God damn it. I'm trying to get it all before it disappears, but... That's enough. Enough. I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish the cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I've a recording booked after this trial. We've got a show to perform. Geez, sorry you're all so busy. Okay, so I have something that contradicts something. Maybe there's something on the cart? Any science on the cart? Oh. Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon spelled his name backwards on this side. Oh, that's the pun. That took me entirely too long to notice. I think that says noodle. As in Eldoon's noodles. Huh. Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it forward or backwards. Yeah, I guess that would be. Well, except for the last S. Then how about a store called Team Meat? Close, but that would be Mate? Backwards? What kind of store is that? Why, a store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's Team Meat. Menu. Ramen, rice ball. Okay. Yeah, there's no science on the cart. It's gonna be something obvious that I'm just missing, huh? On my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. Did I press this one already? Okay, yeah, I already did. Oh god. I kinda wish the game marked which statements you pressed. Well, the thing is, I feel like this is going to be that, he didn't say which is the victim and which is the defendant. He just says he saw the man facing the victim. The man facing the victim was the defendant. And then that the person with the gun pointed at the person pulling the stand. And then he says that the man pulling the stand was shot dead. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's something in, like, the character profiles. Oh, can you not present those? Okay. Damn. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped. I'm pretty sure I pressed everything. So there's like something There's gonna be something I'm missing. Okay, so these just two have the same reaction. Yeah, you know, honestly, this is literally the first contradiction you're supposed to point out, so I feel like it's something simple that I'm just missing. There's not something like about the card that would stop from being pulled or something. Nothing like about the gun I can examine. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, don't point that thing at me. Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones that pigeons come out of. very reassuring. You never know. There's gonna be some superfluous bullshit that you don't even think is relevant. Oh, wait a minute. Right temple. From the front. There we go. Okay, that must be what it is. So otherwise I don't know. Let's try this. See if that works. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Oh, that's all of it. I think I still have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see, Her Justice? Huh? Oh, Objection. Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right, look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, a problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry room. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, I give up. Mr. Justice, yes. Was your objection to these, krypton particle things? This is big time and you're obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? Come on, man. Have some confidence in yourself. It is, right? Finally. Her Justice. Oh, Her Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. Yeah. Hey, her forehead. Forehead? Let's imagine you're walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Her Justice? Forehead. Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout stop. And you, Frelene? Me? Well, I'd probably scream. And you, Her Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? Ah! The victim turned his head at the last moment. Ah, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. Okay, that is leading the witness. You're not allowed to do that in court. Sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried, with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out, whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I see. So you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed. With composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let's consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. Why would the victim look at the witness? Okay, somebody has a gun trained on you. If somebody shouts, "Stop," the victim isn't going to look at them. Maybe the killer will, But, like, the victim is gonna keep looking at the guy who's pointing a gun at him. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, just as in the report. That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay. Section 1C2. Okay. Let's see if we can get him here. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal. It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo? What? The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away. According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes? If that's the case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find. Find something? Find what? I like that contradiction. Kind of sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony is getting a little clearer. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use with this new testimony. We'd find something that we wouldn't. Oh, the gun was wiped for prints. So if he was in a hurry, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the gun. Right? Yeah, it's gotta be that. Yeah, because he wouldn't have had time to wipe fingerprints if he was fleeing from the scene. Wait a second. Tisk tisk, another misleading request. You're so beholden to your own mode of discourse you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say. A second? Are we intended to wait just that, a single second, 1/60th of a minute? It's hardly enough time to draw breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now how do you ask for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 35 seconds? Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor. Am I to understand that you're objecting to the length of a second? Yes, I mean, no. Here, just look at the pistol. Doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. Ah, a common ploy, made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe out the gun for prints. Ah, the little girl is sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there. I'm not little. Girlie, you were 15. You were little. They don't think like adults, shall we, Fraulein? Eh? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? Gotta admit, didn't think of that, Apollo. Well, Mr. Justice, the killer had been wearing gloves. No, because he left the knife with the fingerprints on it. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. Fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained, which contradicts your testimony. If everything has happened as... Oh, I thought it was going to be the knife with the fingerprints on the scene, but okay. If everything happened as you said it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. That may be. Does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me. Well, her forehead and your precious objections. What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work. You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your inner voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said? Huh? Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he said just now, he said he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same thing as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away. You're right. He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect, and yet so wrong. Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote... What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Well, what if he threw wasn't a pistol? Then it had to be something else. At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Okay. Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before leaving the scene? Well, it's gotta be this, right? Is that a sword? I saw one of those on the late night movies last night. Great, a sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints? This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Indeed. Oh, her forehead? You're forgetting two other things you've just proven. Huh? One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Wakitaki. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. Oh. Indeed. Grr, never underestimate Gavin is the lesson here. This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please. It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later, his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming, yes, that's what I said, assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are assuming that my assumption is no better. Ahem. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. Yeah, I wonder if anyone's ever gone through these games and counted out the amount of time someone's perjured themselves. And like the sort of, what's it called? Penalties they receive for it. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Or could I simply leave the scene in good conscience? Ergo, I used my cell phone to call. Oh! I wonder if that cell phone we found is his. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you would say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also now know that there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? I better find a way to take this testimony down quick. Let's see. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? It can be said that I had dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there is no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism? A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite, simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's going to cry. Can you tell us in detail about those 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could have happened at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all? No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing. It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be a few people around the park. So we just stood there watching? Not much to go on there. Trucy, if you got something to say, by all means say it. This witness is way too self-assured. There's got to be some weakness somewhere in this testimony. I'll prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Simply leave the scene in good conscience. I used my cell phone to call the police. When the police arrived at the scene, 10 minutes later I saw no one. wait a minute. So, I'm wondering if it is because somebody wiped the fingerprints on the gun. And we already know it wasn't Walkie. I think we proved that it wasn't Walkie who did that. So, who wiped the fingerprints? And so my thinking is... that it's a contradiction because it's like, okay, if he didn't wipe the fingerprints and Walkie didn't wipe the fingerprints, then who wiped the fingerprints on the gun? I think that's what this wants. That's where my thought process is, at least. Okay. Maybe not that, then. You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one was to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. One would be so moved by chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab's room's floor. Cool answer. Very cool. So nothing strange about how he acted. Trucy looks like she has something to say. Which way did the killer run? By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion. Actung didn't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. Ugh, how do you know that that's where I was going? I can't find a single problem with the testimony. But, like, who wiped the fingerprints from the gun? Had enough at last, her forehead. Maybe it's time to back off for a bit. I don't know. Cause I feel like we're not gonna. I feel like Trucy's gonna burst in with something. Defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well, he may continue with the cross-examination. I think I was supposed to say yes. Yeah, okay, I have to say yes. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month, her forehead. They don't have enough to put Walkie away yet. Should I back off for now? Nah. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer was really wearing gloves, which he wiped the previous user's prints off. And after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. But that's really convenient, don't you think? And more like circumstantial at this point. Mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No, no! Seems we come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all. How unfortunate. It seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, her forehead? I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant. Oh, did I fuck up? Walkie Kitaki. Okay, no. Trucy? Nobody move. What's the meaning of this? Who are you? There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet. Wait, are you one of the Takis? The Takis? The notorious gangsters? I don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes. But what? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of her judge. I see a little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess 20 minutes, or I promise you will regret it. But wait, how did you disappear so fast? Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo. I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man. Good night. Man, the assistants in these games just always have it rough, huh? Trucy, Trucy. You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Trucy, you're okay. I thought... Don't cry, Apollo. It's good for nothing gangsters. There are some things you just don't do. Pressing charges. Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else... Ah! Well, what the heck is that? Surprised? It's one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat. Look marvelous, darling. He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I'm a big hit. Ha ha ha. Well, what do you think? Do you like it? You mean you Trucy? There are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. So you've been being threatened here. Huh? Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son. But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will. Trucy, no more staged objections, please. I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident, I can perceive what he's feeling. It may not mean anything, but it's all we got. You can see what he's feeling? Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times where there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times. All the times there was a contradiction. Well, I think I remember them, sure. There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in, and each time there was a contradiction. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. Oh, yeah, this is just the contradictions. He said the man tossed aside a pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction. Well, that's true, but how does that help us? Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement that he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit. Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense, and he fiddled with the corner of a page in his book. How am I supposed to see that? Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker? What? So he was cheating at poker. I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling. So he was using his daughter to cheat at poker. Okay. I mean, that's how Mr. Wright won all those games. It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all. But not good enough to go undefeated for that long. Great, so he cheated. What does it do for us? I don't believe this. You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth. Watch testimony. Perceive the truth. The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm gonna lose. Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo. Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious? Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. What was that she said before the trial started? Huh, Mr. Wright not here today. Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice. Let's do it. Apollo, you know, I'm starting to think I can do this. I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can. I just flew in from the coast and boy, my arms are tired. Right. Court is now back in session. Right, we're fine. Ahem. I like to say the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice. Oh, you mean me? Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Ah, right, him. Don't worry about him. I settled that. Settled that? Or, yes, it was an out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Fraulein would like us to believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion, now that you see it. Now you don't. Am I right? I think he's onto me. I wish he would stop being so cool. Okay, Apollo. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right, the defense would like to request another cross-examination because I forgot to ask something. There was no issues with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however. This court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor. Don't forget Apollo. Who isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. Okay. Okay, so this is what it... Yeah, so it's gotta be the... I'm sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all. Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot. Focus. If only it was that easy. My ears hear what he says. My eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? What's this? My bracelet. What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow. I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony. I know this sounds crazy. My bracelet is trying to tell me something. So do I just press him, I guess? So you called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo. This has to be it. Wait, you mean his habit? Don't. The only time he even had his book open was here, which means this is the place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know. Know what? My bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Your bracelet. Ooh, the bracelet popped up at the top of the screen. I'm not sure where you got this focus stuff you're talking about, Tracy, but I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet with R as soon as it reacts to this testimony. Well, what's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else. Apollo? Tracy, what's happening to me? This is what I meant by focusing. Focusing. In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does. That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out. Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch, his habit. You remember it, right? Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page of his book. You got it. Right now you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of backing out. I bet they are. First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand. His hand. You know what to look for now, but now you have to be looking at the right place. She's right, I can only see his face like this. Time to change my viewpoint. Perfect. Now you're really ready. Ready for what? Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch. Perceive. Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. And watch for his habit. Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page. That's right. That's your signal to look closer, to perceive with R. Find his weak spot, and I will guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush. Spoken like a true poker head's daughter. I'm a magician, thank you very much. So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers. Don't worry if you miss it. You can always try again. Right. Look out for a nervous twitch. Here comes justice. Because it's pretty generous where you can end up activating it. Okay. I saw it just now. I can see it. Mr. Justice, do you have something you want to say? All this banging of desks, it's quite bad for my circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone. Well, what are you talking about? I'm curious now about the cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Why? Whatever for? Show me and you'll find out. Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see. You don't have it? Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone? Yeah, where did you get that? That's the phone from yesterday. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. Wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute. What is the meaning of this? The cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage. The Maractus? Why, that's where the victim lived. Yeah, that's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? Yeah. It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That's why it can be said I called the police from a public payphone. Payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone after all. Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler? Well, to indicate it with a startlingly high degree of accuracy, it's right around here. That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can only be one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his phone. Because if it was found in the victim's garage. Well, what are you saying? Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. His cell phone tells it all. But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. As though I was trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night. Well, yes, but no, this line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night. Well... But, that's... What is he even saying? Yeah, I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it. The default assumption is that if your phone ends up somewhere and you admit that you lost it, is that you lost it there. And, you need to provide some kind of proof that you weren't... No, thinking too hard about this. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicion as to the connection with the crime. How's your chance, Apollo? Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove that the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Can I? Right, because the car... Because they specifically said that the way the cell phone was positioned, that if the car went out, it would run over it. So he had to have dropped his phone after the car was parked in the garage. And if I remember correctly, Phoenix got hit at 9 or some shit like that. Is it... I wish it told you. But I'm pretty sure... Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he got hit a little before... Yeah, he got hit an hour before the murder or something. So he would have, I'm trying to connect this in my head. Basically, the whole thing is that the car was in the garage. The phone had to be dropped in the garage after the car was back. We know the car was out because the car was the one that hit Phoenix like an hour before the murder was committed. So, he had to have dropped it on the night of the murder because otherwise it would have been run over by the car. So I think we present the car mirror? I think that's what it wants. Of course I have evidence. Ooh, I like your swagger, her forehead. Hit it. The court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Maractus' car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident. It happened a little after 9 p.m. just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus' car hit a pedestrian. What are you trying to say? From the absence of a mirror, it's clear the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground right under the wheel. There you go, Mr. Stickler. The only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder in the park. Wah! Mr. Stickler, you know what this means. You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Maractus? No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, say something. I suppose it's worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Paul Maractus. That is, other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. I don't think he's the murderer. Because I still have this little pet theory that I was the fiance. And we still haven't done another investigation segment, like... That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Ah, yes, well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It is quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. It's funny. Arbelis didn't react at all during that testimony. His nervous habit must not be acting up. He didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around. Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes Justice. So where did you drop it? That's when you passed in front of the Maractus clinic? Why, yes, that's correct. That was a pretty suspicious pause right there. Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took the night of the murder. Of course. The supermarket is here along the main road. My way home from there takes me past the Maractus clinic. This is probably when I dropped my phone. Yet, what was I? I walked on aware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park. Wait a minute. If he entered from that side, and the murderer ran away from him, they would go to the entrance that wasn't blocked, right? Which would be the entrance in the direction of the mansion. Something about... I wish I could see that diagram again. Because, like... Because I thought he said that the way he ran was this way, not this way. So... Just, I can't remember if that was what he was saying. Because I remember Gavin saying something about, or Clavier saying something about how, oh, you know, even if he ran in the wrong direction, that doesn't matter, he could have just looped around. So if he's saying he entered from this side, then, like, the only entrance is the one heading towards the mansion. I must be misremembering. Do I have anything? I don't think that's broken. That says, let's see. Oh, I'm struggling to read an analog watch here, huh? 6, 9, that's 9:30? I wonder... Because, like, is the fact that the watch is stopped at 9:30 relevant? Or did they just not want to animate the watch moving? I don't know. Which entrance did you enter the park from? Well, to be exact, one might say that I went in the entrance closest to the Maractus Clinic. Same entrance our victim used. Did you notice anything when you entered? Sony green looks like the phone? Like, it looks like this? Huh. It's an interesting design for a camera. But I guess I haven't really seen a digital camera in a while, so. Huh? Yeah, obviously the lenses, yeah. Yeah, the only ever time I used cameras was when I was in high school. I took a photography class. And they had some nice cameras that we were using, but they were the big ones. That's a fun class. That was when I went to that hippie school, though. Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance. I have no recollection of such a thing, no. Yet though I might have missed the tracks, I could not have missed what happened next. I'm a keen observer. Of the obvious, you may say. Yeah, I don't know. I don't honestly take that many photos either. See, I mainly take photos when I'm on vacation. Or if I need, like, something for reference or to remember something. Are you absolutely sure it was the defendant? Stop asking me the same question over and over. This isn't some kind of makeup test. What's a makeup test, Apollo? Nothing a good student like you has to worry about. Time to find his weak spot and press until it breaks. His habit isn't acting up, which means he isn't lying. I'm just kind of relying on my bracelet to get me more through this one. But he's pretty unsettled. The odds are really high that you can get something out of him. Like gleam in your eyes. You're a gambler's daughter through and through. I'm a magician, thank you very much. My phone gallery is mainly filled with memes and study stuff. That's fair. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place. Eh? Well, yes, of course. Incidentally, the prosecution has received no report of the domestic detail. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? No, I mean, yes, I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket trying out the free samples. It's a deeply spiritual time for me. I'm sure the store clerks would disagree. Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion? In any case, that night, I sampled to my heart's content and was on my way back home, yes. Why Apollo look like the red... Are you saying that because of his hair? Yeah, okay. The hair, like, I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I already did this one. As part of the testimony is the key. I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? Like Bon Clay. Oh. Kind of. Like the face is similar, yeah. Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that one. What do I press him on? It's gotta be the noodle stand because it's always the weird option. Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation, healthy curiosity are vital. Remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said, noodle. That's what it was. Remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. Thank you for telling us that noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice? What about that sign? Could that be important? It's gonna be the fucking sign. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. Appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to IBU's cafeteria. So I'm applied to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. Okay, so it's obviously going to be the cart. Because it says Eldoon on it. Eldoons. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle. Yeah, because from the side he was on, it said Eldoons, not noodle. Why, just last week, my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It read, without a doubt, noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand, and to carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldunes. Eld? Inconceivable. I'm certain it was definitely Noodle for sure, positive. Which means he was on the other side. So if he called out, the victim would have turned his head and it would have been the left temple that got shot, which means it doesn't make sense, which means he didn't call out, which means he's lying. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle, but he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice shows the spot. The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. Like here? Is this what you want? The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. How did you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, the side says Noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. Yeah, you got me. So what? So what? What does it matter if you saw the killing from the north or south side? Makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you'll end up going north. You go in the global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes everything, Apollo. Trucy, remember his testimony from before. Though to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. Ooh, fancy 3D models. The killer and victim are facing each other here. And at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right? Right, but if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, you know, these animations remind me of the animations I used to have to program using OpenGL in college. They looked a lot shittier than this. But, you know, still a bit nostalgic. The bullet would have hit his left temple. In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible. That's right. So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you are absolutely correct, Fraulein. What meaning? The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north. North, that's where the witness, Weasley Strickler, was standing. Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Strickler himself. Yeah. Order, order, order. Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. She flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. I like that he slams the back wall instead of the desk. I like that. Clarify one point if you would, her forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as a real killer. No, please, looks aside, I'm really a nice guy. My friends say so. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? I don't know. Like, so I don't think he did the murder. Mainly for the fact that we're still on trial day 1 and most trials have 3 days. So we won't be seeing the real killer for a little bit. So, but I feel like if we don't accuse him, that's gonna be a guilty for our client. So I think he did something else. And that's why he's so shifty right now. I don't think Weasley Strikler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Strickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Tisk, 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 her forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate her Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder. Your reason? The court's all ears. Gah! I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is? I know in the Ace Attorney universe, people seemingly only ever get accused of murder. But come on, Apollo, you know other crimes exist. Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime? Your evidence? The court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. He's still... Is he the panty thief? Is that where this is going? That is the only thing I can think of. Something tells me this isn't one of those good silences. Something else to say, Mr. Justice? One more chance, please. By all means, but your effort wasn't wasted. Look, a brand new penalty. Okay. I don't know. What else could it be? Oh, is it this one then? Because I don't know what else it would be. It's not the gun. It's not the checkup. No, we tried that. Not the noodle stand. Not the knife. Not the autopsy. Not the fingerprint powder. The only thing I could think of it being. Yeah, it was these. Okay. Okay, that kind of annoys me that the other ones don't work, but these do. Like, I'm accusing him of this. Okay. Semantics. The evidence is this. What is that? Woman's underwear. Hey, those are mine. Yeah, guilty. Guilty motherfucker. Don't look at me like that. Order, order, order. Mr. Stickler. Well, I can't say this comes as a shock. It's not what it seems. Okay. I give up. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place in the Maractus Clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, These panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you're guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Good lord. Please hear me out, it's not what it looks like. Order, order, order. Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it seems. Oh. Mm. That was kind of a disappointing breakdown, Sprite. So we are to understand you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of the girl's undergarments. Ahem, perhaps you're not aware that the school's name was originally written with IV. I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiant, see? Your point? I'm not done. Now I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we are the IVU. Science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge is to science than mystery? Come on now, you're talking about a girl. Yeah, mind you, an underage girl. You're talking about a girl's panties here. No, you don't understand. A mystery is the unknown, and an unknown is unexpectable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. A full-size car tire was only the first mysteries those panties revealed. A tire? Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First there was a tire, then a stew pot, then a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic. Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar. Huh? He's talking about my magic panties trick. Why is this game the way it is? I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics. A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy? Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you told those girls' panties to understand a magic trick. You say panties, but they are much more than that. For me, they are an object for serious study. I wonder, there's been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I'm sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, I thought maybe this would be the pair that would elucidate the mystery. I'm not reading this. Still, this leaves one thing unexplained. Ah, you're afraid our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but it was in fact in the north. Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? Be my guest, her forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? Hollow. There's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler is standing, isn't there a... Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location? Okay, now I present these, right? The evidence to show why he lied is this. What? More panties? How many panties are you carrying in your pockets of her forehead? These are the last, honest. They were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, you can see that the trash was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't. Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mystery of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties. So these panties are your handiwork as well. That night, I had been chased out into the Maractus Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while, and abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging on the clothesline by the giant mansion. A giant pair of panties. Apparently he didn't know that those bloomers belonged to the mob. I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home. I stumbled upon a murder. Murdered Dr. Maractus. I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. Fascinating, if disturbing tale. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close, and I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime, and he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Waki Kitaki is a clear motive. Indeed, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, is still the prime suspect in the case. The only suspect in the fact, assuming there was no one else at the scene at the time, yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requires further investigation from both the defense and prosecution. Job, baby. No problem. Very well. This brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. Okay. That was certainly something. So I think that is where we end things off for today. I have some things I gotta get done, so. But yeah. I will be back again either Friday or Saturday. Or no, actually no, not Saturday. I probably won't be back again until Sunday actually. Around the same time. Might be continuing this, might be doing something else, so I'll have to figure that out. Yeah. Having a lot of fun with this. You know, Phoenix Wright games are always a good time, so. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. And